LinkedIn have just released a new feature, and that is the ability for us now to create polls. So in this video, I'm going to go through step by step how to use it, and it's coming up right now. So here we are live on my LinkedIn profile, Mark Warnken. If we aren't yet connected on LinkedIn, by all means, send me a connection request and say hello from where you are around the world. And if you're watching this video on my YouTube channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date and tick the little bell icon as well. So I actually got access to the LinkedIn polling feature only yesterday, and I published my first poll yesterday. It's been running for about a day or so. That's the end result of what the poll is. Hello to all my connections. Other than LinkedIn, what other social media platform are you focusing on? Had 68 votes and some comments and likes and shares and all of that information. Now, I also put a little bit of information here up the top, Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or Twitter, and 3 to 5 hashtags, which is what I normally do as well. So that is the end result of the poll and what it looks like, but how do we actually start creating one of these polls from scratch? So it's pretty easy to start creating a poll. We go to our home page here and we click start a post as we would be posting anything on LinkedIn. Down the bottom here, create a poll. I believe it's a staggered release. Everyone will get this availability, but it's a staggered release. Not everyone will get it. And once you do have it, obviously create a poll option then becomes available to you. So click the box, create a poll, and the boxes pop up and open. My question I'm going to be asking is, will you be using the LinkedIn polling feature? So the options I'm going to give people are yes, no. You get the option to add 4 answers, maybe, if I can spell right, maybe. And the last option, what could that be? Let's say never, ever. There we go. Have a little bit of fun with it. Now, they give you duration. You can have it for 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, or 2 weeks. Gee, I would think a few days is more than enough, but anyway, that's something for you to decide on. Will you be using the new LinkedIn polling feature? Yes, no, maybe, never, ever. Click done. Add some extra text here as well. And then add hashtags, so I can spell hashtags as well. Always adding hashtags. 3 to 5 hashtags works best, I find, here on LinkedIn. So add some extra text up here as well. Add some hashtags. You then get the opportunity, where do you want to share this? Clicking the box there, you can share it to anyone plus Twitter. I have linked my Twitter profile to my LinkedIn profile. I actually have a second video, or actually have a video on that explains how to do that, and I will put the link to that in the descriptions below. You can send it to connections only. You could send it to groups, but I'm going to send it to anyone on LinkedIn plus my Twitter feed. One of the benefits, and we are literally ready to go. Add some extra text, add hashtags. I'm going to delete this, of course, but this is it, and we would press post, and it is going to go live to LinkedIn. There we go. That's how it looks once you have done your post on LinkedIn. Now, of course, I'm going to delete that because I don't necessarily want people to see that one. It was done as a test, but hopefully you're going to see some benefit in the new LinkedIn polls feature. Go to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know, tag me in one of your polls as well. I would love to get some feedback and have a look as well. Connections on LinkedIn, by all means, send me that connection request as well. Can we use the LinkedIn polling feature from your mobile device? Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. And the answer is yes. Thankfully, they have given us the ability to start polling from our mobile device. Now, I will say straight away, it is a staggered release with this LinkedIn polling feature. It is not available to everyone at the moment. I was one of the lucky few who have got it, but it's just random. There's no reason why I have it over anyone else. From what I understanding, it's maybe 10 to 20% of people have that polling feature at the moment, but it is getting rolled out, and I'm quite sure everyone will have it within a short period of time. So How do we create a poll from our mobile device? Well, we click on the home screen that most of us are probably familiar with on our mobile device, and up the top left here, we go to write a post. Pretty standard stuff. Most of us are probably used to doing this on a daily basis, that type of thing. Down the bottom, see here in the red box, they've given us now another option, create a poll. So simple, so clever, and it's been a long time overdue. So we click on create a poll. It then brings up this particular screen where you now start to fill in the boxes. You ask your questions, you give the options for people, and you create a duration. How many days do you want to run that for? It is all pretty intuitive. For most of us nowadays on our mobile device, we will skim through this in no time at all. So the question that I'm asking on this example is, how often will you be using the new LinkedIn polling feature? Now you get 140 character spaces. I've only used 64. Option 1, I'm going to be saying daily, weekly, monthly, and you do get 4 options to actually ask the audience. Now, the poll duration, you get 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, and 2 weeks. I honestly believe 3 days is more than enough to get some feedback from the marketplace, your customers, your clients, whoever it may be. But I will leave that up for you to decide how long you want to have your poll running for. So you click done, and then you move to the next screen. Now, the next screen, see, it started to populate here. How often will you be using the new LinkedIn polling feature? Daily, weekly, monthly, never. You want to add a little bit of a preamble. You want to add a little sentence leading into it. So my poll is titled, how often will you be using the new LinkedIn polling feature? You could maybe ask a question along the lines of, a quick survey of all of my connections on LinkedIn on how often they might be using it, something along those lines. Best practice everywhere on social media these days, not only on social media, but on LinkedIn as well, is adding hashtags. 3 to 5 hashtags seems to be the ideal sweet spot here on LinkedIn. So you add your hashtags relating to the content of your poll. That way it'll help people find it via search and any other methods that they're trying as well. So we do that, we're almost done, a few more clicks and away we go. You then get the opportunity to decide how many or where your post actually goes to. So the first option would be to anyone on or off LinkedIn. But I've actually linked my Twitter account with my LinkedIn profile. So every time that I post on my LinkedIn profile, I tick the little box down here, it sends it to my Twitter news feed as well. Now, I have a separate video on actually how I did that, so I will put that in the comment section below. And if anyone else is wanting to find out how they can link their Twitter profile with their LinkedIn, and what it does is it posts to both at the same time. You do get the options though to send it to your connections only, group members, that type of thing. But I'm choosing on this particular example to send it to the greater LinkedIn audience, online and offline, plus my Twitter news feed. Clicking one more time, I am just about to go because see how it's now populated, everything is ready. It's going to go to anyone on Twitter anyone on LinkedIn plus my Twitter feed. The poll is there, you would add your hashtags, you would add your extra comments, and that's how it actually ends up and looks. Once you've pressed submit your post, or once you've posted on LinkedIn, that's how it is going to look on a daily basis, sorry, not a daily basis, on the mobile news feed. People then get the option to click daily, weekly, monthly, never, and then the percentages start filling in as well. So it is that simple. I'm so glad they have done it on they've given us the ability to post on LinkedIn Mobile. Equally, I am so glad that they gave us the ability to post from LinkedIn company pages. So here is my company page, Mark Warnken, Social Media Selling 123. It is very much an extension of my own LinkedIn profile. The information that I share on my LinkedIn profile, I also share on my company page as well. So the process of creating a poll from your LinkedIn company page is relatively simple as well. We go to here, start a post, and then we do get the drop down box and the options here. One of them is to create a poll. So we click on create a poll, and it is that easy to start getting go and creating a poll. Now, the question I'm going to ask in this particular poll, and this is just a general one to give everyone an idea, is what do you like most about dealing with us at XYZ company? You would put your company name. And the options I'm going to come up with are, let's say, staff, service, option 3, maybe products. And this is a great way to get instant feedback from your marketplace, maybe deliveries. Maybe you've got a great efficient delivery service or a great delivery drivers, guys and girls. So there we go. What do you like most about dealing with us at company XYZ? Is it staff, service, products, or deliveries? How long do you want to have this poll go for? 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks? I will let you decide on that. I reckon 3 days is more than enough to get some feedback. So we would click done. And we're almost done. Now, you do then get the option to post a little bit more information just up here at the top. So you can sort of, a little preamble leading into what your LinkedIn polling or LinkedIn poll is all about. So I've added a little bit of extra text up the top here. We'd love to hear from you and what you like about us. Remembering always to add 3 to 5 hashtags to help people find your content about you, your business or brand. So there we go. That's pretty much how simple it is going to be. We then get the option, who do you want to share that to? Do you want to share it to everyone on LinkedIn, a targeted audience or advanced settings? I'm just going to go straight to anyone on LinkedIn. I am ready to go. Click post. Thinking. So there we go. How to create a poll from your own LinkedIn company page. It was that simple. People then get the option to either click and the polls, the counting starts, and you can undo it yourself if you wanted to change your mind, and you can undo your own if you're commenting on someone else's as well. So that's how simple it is. Yes, you can create polls. You can create polls from your LinkedIn company page.